Big picture, first of all, two 20-point losses to Purdue, the 20-point loss to UConn, sort of, what are some things that really need to happen for you guys, maybe even looking forward to the off-season to kind of get the program back on track?
Well, we gotta just continue to work and build with our team. I mean, we're a very young team when it comes to those two teams, UConn and Purdue. Not having X, that hurts because it puts a lot of pressure on Gabe to get some things done. And I thought he played okay tonight, but I thought the difference was Smith and then the big fella for them.
Zach, on your right to Mike.
I guess, Mike, how far can this team come, whether it's the rest of this season or through the offseason, in terms of maybe learning how to defend through stretches where shots aren't falling and really kind of starting with, I guess, it's defensive intensity and not letting whatever's happening offensively affect it?
We just gotta, we gotta continue to grow as a team, and we're gonna have to add some pieces. But the season's not over with, guys. I mean, we still have 7 more games, I believe, to go, and anything can happen. We got 4 of those 7 at home, which we gotta take care of our home court. We gotta win at home, and then we got 3 games out on the road that we gotta go and win. I mean, it's just that simple. So, I mean, we're still in the thick of things. We're in the middle of the pack. This was a tough game tonight because, you're out on the road playing the number 2 team in a hostile environment. And we just didn't, I thought we played well early. And from the 15 or 10-minute mark going into the half, we couldn't score. We threw the ball away, and they gave them the cushion going in at halftime. But then we were so awful coming out the second half, couldn't make shots, and they capitalized on it.
Mike, on your right and Todd.
Yeah, Mike, at the start of the second half, you just mentioned, did you guys feel like you guys were rattled? What happened there with,
I
fouls,
wouldn't call it rattle. You got to make shots, and we threw the ball away, had some turnovers, and I thought Malik tonight he just wasn't Malik, and they had a lot to do with that from a defensive standpoint, and I think he was trying to do it himself and just looked out of character. I mean, he's been pretty solid for us this season, but tonight it just wasn't his night.
Todd, on your left and Mike.
Mike, Tuesday night you get the response to adversity you wanted in the second half. Tonight you did not. What's your level of frustration that the variance in terms of response and in terms of performance that you get from game to game is so wide? I mean, how do you kind of deal with that?
I don't think it's something I'm not frustrated. I mean, again, we have a young team that's still trying to figure each other out. Not having X is been huge for this team. A point guard, a senior point guard that can help lead, and so that's been missing. But for the most part, we have fought this season in spurts where we haven't been able to just put 40-minute ball games together like we have in the past, and that's been some of the frustration. But again, for me as the coach, I got to just continue to teach. We got to continue to work and put the guys in the best position possible to win. And tonight was just not our night. You got to give Purdue credit; they're a pretty damn good team.
Mike, on your left and Mason.
Coach, I know it's a small sample size, but you started the game 4-4 from the field, and then I think got to the free throw line on the 5th possession. What was working then, and why didn't it continue?
Ball movement is great when you run offense and you make shots. That cures a lot of problems. But when you start missing them, you put so much heat on your defense to get stops and rebound the ball. And with them having the big fella inside, it cost us again early because we picked up a couple of fouls on Ware where he had to sit down, and I thought he played him well. I thought Ware played a hell of a game tonight, considering that he didn't get to play much in Bloomington against the young man. So that was promising.
Mason, on your left.
Coach, I know you mentioned that Purdue is a really good team. They've been doing this kind of performance to a lot of different teams, but when you take a glance at them kind of from a program level, for them to rise to this point where their success is so sustained, do you see a sort of catalyst to that?
Well, I thought our team the last 2 years was right there. I think we beat Purdue the last 3 out of 4 outings prior to this season. So I thought our team was pretty special last season and the season before. So they have grown together. We revamped our team this summer with 10 new faces on our ball club, and we're young. And I'm not using that as an excuse. I still expect to win, but it's kind of caught us a little bit. But we still got a lot of basketball still left.
All right, thanks, Coach. We'll have Ware and Gallo outside the locker room.